Hello and welcome to the Texas Tech University admissions presentation. My name is Kelsey Smith and I am the admissions counselor assigned to students who wish to transfer from NCTC. I will present my contact information at the end of the presentation, but if you would like to contact me for any reason, please feel free to do so through email or phone call. I am available to you. So let us go ahead and get started. So a couple of quick facts about Texas Tech University. We are an undergraduate campus as of fall 2020 of about 40,000 students. That does include our main camp or our undergraduate students, graduate students, and law school. Even though we have a class or a student body size of about 40,000 students, we do still maintain a 20 to 1 student teacher ratio. Now, of course, you will have classes that are larger than 20 students, but you could definitely have classes that are smaller than 20 students. So we do maintain that average to still give you that small college feel inside a large student body. We are a Carnegie Tier 1 research institute, meaning that we are on the research level of the big guys like Stanford and Harvard, Yale, that kind of stuff. We really do pride ourselves on the research that we bring into the university. We really try to encourage that students get involved in research as soon as they can because it's one of those things that it really looks good on your resume that you've been working with these kinds of things and helps your future career and your future employers kind of look at what kind of opportunities you can bring to the table. Lastly, we are a Phi Theta Kappa or part of the Phi Theta Kappa transfer honor roll, meaning that we create excellent pathways for students transferring from a Phi Theta Kappa organization. And we do have lots of opportunities for those students as well. A couple of what I like to call Texas Tech bragging points. We are a top 100 public university ranked by US News. We are ranked number 72 in best value for universities by Forbes magazine. We do have a 99% placement rate within 6 months of graduation. So basically, what that means is 99% of our students will either have a job, be enrolled in a postgraduate school, or have enrolled or have enlisted in the military within 6 months of graduation. So we're really working on setting up students for success after graduation. We are a diversity champion, and we are also a National Hispanic Serving Institute. About 30% of our student body right now identifies as Hispanic ethnicity, and we did enroll a record number of African American students as well this past year at about 2,400 students. We are a five-star premier campus on the Campus Pride Index, meaning that we really work hard on creating inclusivity opportunities for um, people or students who identify in the LGBTQIA community. We have our offices on campus that have inclusion weeks or inclusion weeks and pride weeks twice a year, once a semester, to really make sure that everyone feels welcome on our campus. So, a little bit about Lubbock. For those of you from NCTC, we are about 5 to 6 hours, roughly, just depending on which campus you're at. Um, Away from, or that's how far Lubbock is. We are in West Texas. Lubbock is home to about 25,000 residents, and we actually called, or the city is called the Hub City. So, really, anything that you have at home or in the DFW area, you're going to find in Lubbock. About 78% of our students do come from farther than 300 miles. You might even encounter people that are from out of state that are farther from where you are in DFW, which is kind of cool. We do represent all 50 states in our student body and over 100 different countries. So you are going to be set up to meet a very diverse group of people when you come out to Lubbock. Um, we do have a lot of opportunities for museums and art galleries in Lubbock. That's one of the things that you can get. Being the largest city between Albuquerque and DFW, we have a great scene for this kind of stuff. We are home to Buddy Holly. If you guys know who that is, we're actually opening up a performing arts center in his, dedicated in his name, to bring Broadway shows back to Lubbock and different performing opportunities like that, which is pretty cool. Um, there's lots of opportunity for live entertainment as well. And as a student at Texas Tech, you can actually get some discounts for tickets around Lubbock. And if people are performing at our USA, excuse me, our United Supermarkets Arena, it's the largest venue, music venue in Lubbock for sure. Um, we've had people like Taylor Swift come out. We've sold out 5 Garth Brooks shows. Metallica's been out here, the Beach Boys. You get a pretty wide variety of music when you come out to Lubbock too. So, a little bit about our academic opportunities. Texas Tech has 10 academic colleges and 150 different academic programs. We are a state university, so there's a lot of different things that you could do at Texas Tech. We are going to have a major for you if you're not totally sure what you want to do. We have the opportunities and lots of different programs available. Um, we also have a School of Law on our campus in Lubbock. Um, the School of Law generally enrolls about 400 students and is actually just right down the street, so you don't have to relocate if you wish to go to law school later as well. We are opening a School of Veterinary Medicine starting fall 2021. Um, this school of veterinary medicine is going to be in Amarillo, about 2 hours north of Lubbock, and they are going to have a focus in large animal veterinary medicine. But you can also work with companion animals if you are wanting to as well. The building that they're putting up right now is actually going to have the largest clinical space in the United States for clinical practice in veterinary medicine. We are the second school in the state of Texas and the 33rd in the nation. So we're pretty excited for this opportunity. Um, we also have our Health Sciences Center in Lubbock. We have a Sciences Center in El Paso, Midland, Odessa, Amarillo, Dallas. We are all over West Texas and or in the state of Texas to help students get involved in healthcare. Um, we have over 10 different, or we have 10 different pre-health designations that students can follow when they are majoring in their bachelor's degree. So a lot of opportunities to get involved with our Health Sciences Center as well. So here is a list of our 10 academic colleges. As you can see this, I mean, this is going to be where our 150 different majors will fit into this or fit into the um, or fit into our colleges here. The one I do want to mention is our honors college. To be a member of our honors college, you do not have to major in one of the honors majors that we have. You can be an engineering student, a business student, meeting communications, anything like that, and still be an honors student. So that's a pretty cool opportunity to graduate with honors and still pursuing, obviously, the career that you want to pursue. So, opportunities for enrichment at Texas Tech, our Center for Transformative Undergraduate Experiences, or our Center for TRUE, really works on this service learning aspect that's listed on this slide here. Service learning is really looking at how does your major affect the community around you. So, not just what you can do as far as businesses and things like that, but if you're, say, you're an accounting major, how can accounting and what you do affect the community? So, our Center for Transformative Undergraduate Experiences really is that's the center that will coordinate those things in Lubbock and actually get you out there learning about the community with what your major can do. I already mentioned a little bit about undergraduate research. The Honors College is actually really great in getting you started on those experiences early, but you can get class credit for research and everything, so you don't have to wait until you're in grad school or anything to get those experiences as an undergrad student. We also have 80 different locations for study abroad. This is actually one of the biggest things that I really encourage students to do. I did not study abroad when I was in school, and I really, really regret it. Students that or everyone that I've heard that goes on study abroad, it's one of the best experiences they've ever had. I mean, you're getting cultural experience, getting class credit, doing internships, research abroad, whilst basically getting it paid for. There's scholarship opportunities for study abroad and plenty of financial aid that will apply. Most of the time, students only end up paying for their flight to go wherever they're going, and they wind up paying, and then obviously they're spending money. So a lot of opportunities for that as well. Texas Tech does have two campuses abroad, one in Sevilla, Spain, and one in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is actually famous for doing a sea turtle exploration, so that's kind of fun. So yeah, talking a little bit about the honors college, some of the unique experience that presents. There are guaranteed smaller classes. Even doing those larger history classes and stuff where most students would be in a class of about 300 students. Honors college pretty much caps at about 30, 35 students. So you're getting that one-on-one interaction with professors and that more individualized education experience. We do have early acceptance programs through the Honors College. So if you are interested in our med school or law school, something like that, we have early acceptance programs, that start your junior year. It's sometimes even waive the entrance exams, the MCAT, LSAT, that kind of stuff. So great opportunity there. Um, Additional things is we do have an honors residence hall that is designed specifically for honors students. It's going to be a combination of apartment style and community bathing. It's kind of a unique layout there. You do get early registration. You'll be able to register with the first students, the first group of students, the seniors, even if you're not a senior. So you'll get priority registration. And again, more study abroad and research opportunities. So a little bit about life as a Red Raider. Texas Tech does have over 550 different student organizations. We know that because or most students are coming from over 300 miles away. It's really not that easy to go home every single weekend. So we try to make sure that students are finding things to do on campus and making sure that they're staying busy so we don't get homesick. And that's probably one of the reasons that students really love being at Texas Tech. And that's really saying that, you know, you're a Red Raider family for life, is making sure that you are making those connections while you're on campus, and making that family, that basically that home away from home. We do have 19 different residence halls and 30 different dining venues on campus. All of our residence halls, I mean, they range from um, our community bathing to apartment style. We have co-ed not or versus non-co-ed dorms, lots of opportunities there. The dining venues, we have tons of different opportunities on campus. We have 3 Chick-fil-A's, Einstein Bagel, Quiznos, even just some of our convenient type stores. I mean, even ethnic foods, um, Indian, Chinese, or just Asian in general. Lots of opportunities there too. We have a rec center on campus that is included in tuition. As long as you're enrolled in at least 1 hour of classes, you get free access to our student rec center. And that's actually what this picture here is on our campus. This is our lazy river and our rec pool. This is actually open from generally about April to October, and students will actually, I've seen students laminate their notes and actually go study by the pool, so that's pretty fun. But yeah, you get access to that. Our indoor running track, we have 2 weight rooms, a free weight room and a machine weight room. Cardio centers, different classes you can get involved if you like to do a CrossFit type thing or spinning classes. Those are all available through our rec center. And then we are a part of the Big 12 athletics at Division One NCAA sportings or sports. This is also something you get unlimited access to. There's no additional sports packages you have to buy. As long as you're enrolled in classes, you can get access to our sporting events. Just with the swipe of your student ID, you'll be able to go and watch any of our football games, basketball games, baseball, track and field, soccer, everything that you could think of. So yeah, we just talked about that unlimited access to sporting events. Some of our traditions on campus include our victory bells. So our victory bells will ring about 30 minutes after every Texas Tech victory, whether that's sporting or not, and special occasions. So at graduation, they'll ring the victory bells as well, to kind of just signify to the Lubbock community as well that Texas Tech did something awesome other than what they normally do on a daily basis. We do have a top 5 live person mascot in the nation. We actually have 2 official mascots at Texas Tech. One is Raider Red, and one is our masked rider, which is the live person mascot. They actually lead the football team onto the field every home game, which is pretty cool. And then one of my favorite traditions is the annual Carol of Lights. Um, it kicks off the holiday season with the Lubbock community coming out on campus, student organizations, the president, everyone will come out, sing some Christmas carols, and all at one time, 25,000 lights in our Christmas tree will light up all at one time, and it just kind of it kicks off that holiday season and gives students something to kind of before they kick off into finals, which is pretty cool. So majors with outcomes. Obviously, like I mentioned, you are here to study at Texas Tech, but we actually want to look at what can you do after graduation? Like how can we make you successful in your career? So our University Career Center will work really closely getting students internships and co-ops. They do this through career fairs. Now our engineering school and our business school have their own individual career fairs, but the Career Center will host an all majors career fair. Um, Twice a semester as well, so that they'll bring companies from around the nation onto the main campus and do or into these fairs and do on the spot interviews for internships in those co-ops, accepting resumes, looking at promoting jobs, different things like that. There is the opportunity for resume and cover letter critiquing through our career center, and a lot of students don't utilize this, but really what this is going to do is make sure that you're designing your resume to make you stand out for each job. um, not having one resume sometimes won't do it. So you need to have a couple different copies about like, okay, well, if I'm pursuing this career, I need to submit this resume, different things like that. And then our etiquette dinners, a lot of people don't generally think about this kind of stuff, but if you think about it, a lot of business deals will actually happen at dinners and different luncheon opportunities, those kinds of things. So knowing how to make that small talk, knowing how to set a place setting in which stuff belongs to you when you're eating and everything, that's what these etiquette dinners are for. We also have a career closet that if you need it, you can basically borrow suits from alumni who have donated their old suits for job interviews, which is a pretty cool opportunity as well. So now that you heard about Lubbock and about Texas Tech, let's talk about how to get into Texas Tech. So some important dates I want you to watch out for. Um, Now I know that these dates are for this coming fall 2021, but if you're watching this presentation in the future, I want you to know that any of our spring priority deadlines will be so if you're applying for a spring semester, it'll be the November 1st of the previous year. Um, Same thing with the fall or with the fall deadlines. It'll be the scholarship deadline will be January 1st of the year prior to when you're applying for the fall. And then same thing with the fall priority application deadline, May 1st of the fall that you're applying for. FAFSA will also be available on October 1st. That's a nationwide deadline or a nationwide opening time. So how to get into Texas Tech, there's not too many required documents that we need from you. The application is on Apply Texas or Common App. You can do either one, both will be accepted. There is a $75 application fee, or you can request a fee waiver through me. And then we do have we do require official transcripts. College transcripts are going to be what's required for admission. Um, if you have taken classes at more than one school, we'll need all of those transcripts, not just the most recent one. And then we do recommend that you send a high school transcript because some of our programs will actually accept foreign language credits that you did in high school to help place you out of some lower level or just take care of the foreign language requirement in general. So you can gain or be an assured admit to the school as a transfer student, just depending on the hours and GPA that you have. If you have between 12 and 23 hours, you will need a 2.5 GPA to be assured admission. And then if you have 24 or more hours, you'll need a 2.25 GPA to be assured admission. Now, if you don't meet these assured admissions requirements, it's not the end of the road, but you do have to have at least a 2.0 GPA to be reviewed holistically. Um, and then some of our majors, I know that we had the assured admissions requirements previously, but some of our majors do require a specific GPA as well. So even though you meet the assured admissions requirements, you need to meet the GPA here for these certain majors. Um, some of them even have hour requirements, like business needs a 2.75 GPA in 15 hours, engineering needs a 3.0 in 24 hours. So make sure you're watching out for these GPAs on top of the admission requirements that we just previously mentioned. So we talked about being reviewed holistically if you don't meet the assured admission requirements. So if you have at least a 2.0 GPA, we can look at your application through a review side. So we will look at the courses that you've taken or the types of courses you've taken, any extracurricular activities you've done outside of school, leadership experiences if you're involved or if you held an office position or an executive board position on any of these extracurricular activities. If you're involved in the community doing service, different things like that, we will look if you're first gen, that'll be influential, all of that kind of stuff. But really filling out as much as possible on the application is going to be what we need as far as the application review. Um, Sorry, I'm going to go back for a second. Also, essays and letters of recommendation are totally optional. They are not required. But if you do fall into this application review, then I recommend that you send in those essays and letters of recommendation as well. So let's talk tuition. Obviously, this is going to be pretty important when it comes to your financial aid and scholarships. So if you're an in-state student and you have, or this is based on an entire 30 credit hour a year. This is not semester. This is for an entire year. Tuition and fees will run about $11,600. If you are interested in living on campus, your dining plan and fees and your room and stuff like that will cost generally about $9,900. Um, but that's if you're going to be living on campus. Now, out of these five topics here, or these 5 items here, I want you to notice that tuition and fees and room and board, those are going to be the only things that you'll actually have to pay into Texas Tech. Books and supplies, transportation, and miscellaneous, that's all variable, and it's all something that's just included in the total cost of tuition, just so we can give you an estimate per year. So depending on if you rent your books or if you buy them used, if you have a car on campus or you're flying home, um, even just, student organization dues, going out to dinner, going to Walmart, different things. That is all factored into this 27,156. But tuition and fees and room and board is the only thing you'll actually pay to Texas Tech. Um, So, talking about some scholarship opportunities, our transfer scholarships, in my opinion, are some of the greatest scholarships that you can qualify for. Now, the Presidential Transfer Scholarship is a need based scholarship, so you do have to show financial need through FAFSA or TASFA, whereas the Proven Achiever Scholarship, you do not. But the qualifications for the Presidential Transfer Scholarship is if you have 30 hours and a 3.0 GPA and you're a Texas resident, you will get $3,000 a year that you can use for up to 3 years at Texas Tech. So depending on how long you're here, that's going to be about a $9,000 scholarship offer. The Proven Achiever Scholarship is if you have 60 hours and a 3.5 GPA, that's going to be $4,000 a year for up to 3 years. So again, about $12,000. So really great opportunities. And if you are a non-resident or an international student and you qualify for this Proven Achiever Scholarship, you will also gain in-state tuition on top of your scholarship. So that'll be a huge tuition discount for anybody that's an international student. So a little bit about Red Raider Guarantee. Now, Red Raider Guarantee is going to be our tuition program that we offer students. So if you are entering Texas, or if you are applying to Texas Tech and you have an associate's degree, you've completed your FAFSA or TASFA, you have a family income of $65,000 or less, um, and you are admitted by January 15th, you can qualify for this program. So you do have to have your associate's degree under your belt before January 15th of the semester you're applying for. Now, this program is only available for incoming students, so you won't be able to qualify afterwards. So, for example, if you're applying for fall 2021, January 15th of 2021 was the deadline for Red Raider Guarantee. So make sure you're watching out for that. So for the future, if you're applying for fall 2022, January 15th of 2022 is when you need to have your associate's degree and all these requirements under your belt. So providing you access, we do have a website that I'd like to make sure that you guys know about is raiderconnect.ttu.edu. This is going to be our application portal. This is where you'll check the status of your application, upload any documents. If you want to register for any regional or on-campus events, you could do that on this website. And then once you do get it admitted, you'll also see your customized checklist on this page as well. And then if you do want to attend any of our virtual visits, please feel free to go to admissions.ttu.edu/virtual, and all of our events will be listed there. We do have transfer days, generally at least once a semester, where you'll be able to hear from a student panel of transfer students or students who were transfer students to kind of know about that transition from a 2-year to a 4-year school. You'll get transfer advising appointments to look at your credits and the credits that you've completed at NCTC, how that will transfer over to Texas Tech and apply to that degree plan. So I really encourage you to kind of keep up with that and see if you can attend one of those. The next one is on April 16th. And then lastly, here is my contact information. Like I said, please feel free to give me a call at this phone number here. That is my direct desk line. If you ever need anything, please feel free to do that. And then my email address, kelsey.g.smith@ttu.edu. Finally, if you would like to get on our Texas Tech or mailing list, you can go ahead and scan this QR code, and it'll pull up our inquiry card contacts. If you have any questions, or you want to start receiving emails from Texas Tech, we can get you in our system. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you ever need anything, please feel free to contact me at my email address um, or at my phone line. I'll be available to you whenever you need it. Thank you so much and have a great day.